Welcome to Lacrosse Weekly. I'm Megan Triplett, and coming up on this week's show, LSN contributor Evan Washburn joins the show tonight to give us his keys to the game when Denver and Dallas battle on Saturday down in Charleston, South Carolina. And UMass lacrosse coach Brett Cannella joins the program to discuss the new NCAA rule changes and what effect they will have on the college game. It's a party here on Tonight on Lacrosse Now. Let's get it started. But let me first just give a public service announcement. Okay, you ready? If you're a college team that's ranked #1 in the country and has UMBC on your upcoming schedule, you've been warned. I don't know if you know how big of a deal this is because I'm 29 years old and I've never made the top 10 plays, let alone #1. And you're 13-year-olds and you make the #1 top 10 play. Did you ever think, hey, one day I'm going to be on ESPN?
No, I didn't think that because lacrosse is like a slow growing sport right now. And I was thinking like maybe once I get into the NLL or like MLL, I'll possibly be able to make it up there.
Now that the 2018 MLL season is in the book, we're going to step back and take a look at the 5 things we learned. Up first, move over Cam Newton and company. The Pro Lax players have some mad swag. This year, the rookies balled out. For example, Chris Kluche already had 40 points in just his first 6 games. And let's not forget about Christian Cuccinello, Justin Get It Done Gutterding, and Trevor Beast Baptiste. Yeah, you know that song, Every Time I Go Out, You Know I Gotta Show Out? Yeah, that was written about them. So the rookies were good. But you know who else had a great season? The vets. Always bet on the vets. Now let's just get straight to it. What were your initial thoughts when you heard or read the results from the Rules Committee meeting?
Well, I mean, I'm thrilled about the shot clock. I think, I've been a proponent for it for a long time now, over 10 years.
We saw a lot of up-tempo offense at times from the Minutemen and their title run this past season. How do you think your team will benefit from these rules since they're supposed to speed up play?
Well, I mean, I hope that we benefit. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how teams are going to play us.
If you look at the definition of a dynasty, it's a team that has dominated their sport, an extended period of time. And we just gave the stats for Denver. They've made 8 appearances in the playoffs, and they have never had a losing season. The only year they didn't make the playoffs was back in 2015.
Yep.
Later in the first quarter, Denver down 4-1. The Outlaws net a huge goal at the end of the quarter. Matt Brown feeds Brian Langtree, who scores a big-time 2-pointer. Denver only down 1 after the first quarter. 3 minutes into the second quarter, Rattlers up 5-3. Rochester wins the faceoff. It's Chris Schiller ending up with the ball, makes a great pass to John Grant on the doorstep, who scores. Rattlers up 6-3. But here comes Denver. The Outlaws cut the lead to 1 as Ryan Powell from behind the net passes to Drew Westervelt, who scores as he slides across the field. Check it out again.
I know it's only been a couple of weeks into the fall season, but what have you learned about your team so far?
We stink. We'll be lucky to win a game. They don't listen to the coaches. At this time of year, everybody's undefeated. Everybody is feeling good about themselves. We're just trying to stay healthy and just kind of get better, every day.
Well, it's early, and if there's anything that we all know, you can do it, though. You can do it.
Well, we're going to try, and I think that's the fun. The fun in sports, and the fun is in trying to build a team and trying to figure out every team is different. That's why it's so much fun.
It all started on Monday when the MLL announced the salary cap. And since then, nearly 40 players have signed new deals in just the last 5 days. So let's get you all caught up on who signed their name on that beautiful dotted line. First up, the Ohio Machine took the title of most signings this week with 4 of the 8 signing today. And there are some big names like Ben Randall and Bryce Wasserman. And then down in the Lone Star State, the Dallas Rattlers signed 7 players to contracts, with 6 of those being former rookies that got deals that will last through 2020.
One of the biggest things about the growth of lacrosse is making the sport more diverse. It's a stigmatism that the sport is considered a white sport. So Trevor, just take me back to your introduction into lacrosse and what it was like growing up in New Jersey.
So I started playing lacrosse in 6th grade, and I started because I played football, and all my friends I played football with, not all of them, but most of them played lacrosse in the spring, and they said I should start playing. And then I just was like, yeah, I want to hang out with my friends, so I started playing.
Why do you think lacrosse, like it has that stigmatism of it just being a white sport?
I think one, lacrosse isn't very accessible, so it's a very expensive sport, so it's not really spread out over a lot of socioeconomic classes, and a lot of people don't really know what it is.
Your first time building a new program. You did it at Lebanon Valley College, and then you got to witness your husband do it at Cleveland State. What did you take from those two experiences and to take into this building and this process at Kent State?
Gosh, everything. I think having that experience at the Division III level just provided me with so much perspective.
So you know how it's always tough to get over that hump day grind? Yeah, me too. So now imagine you're Harvard and your midweek challenge happens to be a trip to the frozen tundra. But this frozen tundra is going to upstate New York to play the #1 team in the land. Tonight, the 19th ranked Crimson take on #1 Albany. Now the Great Danes are led by the, hold on. Hey Suri, what's another word for dynamic?
Synonyms of dynamic are moral force, dynamical, active.
Okay, let's go with dynamical duo of Connor Field and Tehoka Nanticoke.
What made you want to come back and play in this USA Fall Classic?
I think anytime you get to put the USA jersey on is a blessing and an honor. When Coach reached out to us and we put together this roster, it was a no-brainer for me to come out. Obviously, I'm giving up my holiday weekend, but lacrosse is what I do full time, through and through, and I would never miss an opportunity to play.
Now, there was a moment out there on the field that you pretty much leveled out a guy with your footwork. You didn't have to do him like that.
I mean, I think it comes down to, just having a lot of experience, understanding these guys are really excited to play. The guy, coming up to me might have been a little overzealous, so I, been working out in the offseason a lot, so I kind of just put a couple moves together, and luckily it worked out for me.
Before I go, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this, it's because I have to remind you that tomorrow is Play Lax Day. So pick up your stick, put your helmet on, grab that lacrosse ball, and make sure you go play lacrosse wherever you are. And of course, it's not real unless you post it on social media. Must-see moment. All right, we go to the streets of New York City where Boston Cannons midfielder Sergio Perkovic showed off his hops. Check this out. Sergio, with a bounce pass to himself, catches it one-handed and throws it down. So Chris Paul, LeBron, if you're looking for someone else to join your roster, you might want to consider Sergio. He's 6'4", over 200 pounds, and he's obviously got mad hops. Just give me a cut of 7% if you sign him. Just throwing that out there for you. All right, that's it for this episode of Lacrosse Weekly here on ESPN+. Don't forget, you can check out previous episodes on demand, and we'll be back next week with our season finale to wrap up the MLL Championship game. Thanks for watching.